Hiya, good morning. Today I'm going to be talking about how I'm doing this Show Me Your Drills little free intro to calligraphy course. And today I'm on day 3, but this was the day 1 practice guide. So we worked on light upstrokes, thick downstrokes, and then a variation of thick and thin downstroke with this little twist. And so for the method I'm using tracing paper, and I'm just placing it right on top of the practice sheet. And this was my day 1. So I just went through, started at the top with my upstrokes, and then I did my thick downstroke, and then I did this little twisty downstroke, and I just went down and just kept repeating, doing the 3 different variations of strokes. And I just had to keep moving my paper so that it lined up, and I was just tracing each of the lines that are on this paper. And so this was where I was like practicing with my pens to like test them out. And so I'm using this Crayola Super Tips marker. It's not the best. It's probably not really recommended, but that's what these thick strokes are made with. And then I actually found this little calligraphy pen in my stash someplace, and I can get the top off of it. I filled it with some black ink that I found, and that's what these like thinner, lighter strokes are made with. So moving on to day 2, this was yesterday. So we did this overturn stroke where when we're doing the upstroke, it's thin, and then we curve and bring a thick stroke down. And that was the only stroke that we practiced yesterday. And so this is my practice sheet for that. And I did it in both types of pens that I have. And for this thinner calligraphy pen that I have, I am like sort of tracing the strokes from the practice paper, but I'm also making the littler strokes just freehand because I didn't print out the practice sheets for small pens. So that's where I'm at with that stuff. This was just a little practice sheet that Sebastian and I were working on yesterday. He tried out both of the pens, and we were just messing around. And then today is day 3, and today we'll be working on the underturn stroke, which is the opposite of what we did yesterday. And I did practice this a little bit yesterday with, he was like, make something that says wow and make a W. And I think that this stroke is really going to be a struggle for me, doing that thick downstroke and then turning that, transitioning into a thin upstroke. And I especially think that's going to be difficult with this calligraphy pen because I haven't really found the right angle to be holding this at yet. So I feel like I'm constantly fiddling with like rotating how I'm holding this. And that's like causing me to lose focus on my breathing and going slow and doing my thick downstroke, transitioning into my thin upstroke. And I'm having trouble with this marker doing this stroke also because when you press down, when you're doing that thick downstroke, the tip bends. It's one of these. And so if the tip is bent, it's hard to get the placement of that thinner upstroke. So I might actually have to order one of the pens that she recommended. But, you know, it's always good to know your tools. It's always good to test out different items that you already have on hand. And you just have to figure out how your tool works so that you can manipulate it best to get the outcome that you want. So I'm not losing hope. I'm just going through each day, doing my practice sheets, and taking it one day at a time, one practice sheet at a time, one stroke at a time, they say. So yeah, so this is with the Happy Ever Crafter. It's Rebecca Cortese, and she did, she like facilitates the workshop week that was a couple weeks ago, where like a bunch of crafters get together. But anyway, if you don't know about that, you should check it out. I'll do a different video about that. And in the meantime, sign up for this course because it's very low stakes and fun, and it's fun to practice. And even if I don't end up learning like calligraphy, I think that my handwriting will be a little bit neater coming out of this. So thanks, Becca, and good luck, everybody.